Look at the biggest, most expensive screen in your house right now. Maybe it's a massive 4K television in your living room, or a sleek, ultra-thin OLED panel that cost you a month of rent. It feels like the absolute peak of modern engineering. But the truth is, you are staring at a 100-year-old optical illusion. Every major leap in entertainment technology over the last century relies on the exact same trick used by the first cathode ray tubes back in the 1920s. We've made the glass thinner. We've packed millions of tiny glowing pixels so tightly together that your brain thinks it's seeing a high-definition image. But the basic physics haven't changed since your grandparents bought their first black and white set. We are still just trapping light behind a thick physical wall. For a century, we've been trying to make that window clearer, but we are still effectively staring at a two-dimensional wall. No matter how high the resolution gets, the light remains confined behind the glass, separated from the actual physical environment we inhabit. For the last decade, companies like Apple and Meta knew the flat screen was reaching its limits. They spent tens of billions trying to figure out how to make a piece of glass exciting again, and their solution was virtual reality. But headsets like the Apple Vision Pro don't actually move the image into your room. They just take that same flat screen, shrink it down, and strap it directly to your face. Even with advanced stereoscopy creating a sense of depth, you are still ultimately looking at a digital display positioned inches from your eyes. Worse, when you put a heavy piece of plastic and metal over your eyes, you leave the physical world behind. You can't make eye contact with your spouse on the same couch, and you can't easily share a physical object. You are closed off, living inside a private, walled-off simulation. Buyers often try these heavy headsets for a few weeks, get tired of the weight and the isolation, and eventually leave them in a closet. Human beings simply do not want to be cut off from their own living rooms. While American tech giants were spending fortunes trying to make wearable screens lighter, a team of physicists halfway across the world decided to stop playing the game entirely. They asked what would happen if they threw the glass away and built a free space volumetric display. Light travels invisibly until it hits a surface. To catch light in plain air, researchers use invisible lasers like tweezers to trap a microscopic particle perfectly still. Hitting that trapped point with colored lasers creates a glowing three-dimensional pixel, a voxel. To create a full shape, they use a trick of timing. Think about standing outside on the 4th of July holding a glowing sparkler. If you hold your hand still, it's just a dot. But if you spin your arm really fast, your eyes see a solid ring of fire in the dark. The volumetric display does the exact same thing. The invisible laser tweezers move that glowing speck around the room millions of times per second. Because it moves faster than eyes process, your brain blends the movement into a solid, glowing, three-dimensional shape. There is no magic glass, no mirror trick, and no bulky headset. By mastering the precise timing of light and speed, they have turned the empty air inside a room into the display itself. Despite the breakthrough, this is currently a laboratory reality, not a finished consumer product. These machines are currently massive, power-hungry, and loud. The hardware required to process the math needed to move a particle millions of times per second requires heavy cooling systems and industrial-scale electronics. But this is how every major technological shift begins. In the 1960s, the first computers were the size of entire rooms, requiring massive air conditioning units just to stay cool. They were only used by top government scientists and military engineers. The first mobile phones were the size of bricks and cost thousands of dollars. The first flat-screen televisions were heavy, incredibly expensive, and prone to breaking. Technology always starts out clunky and loud before it shrinks. Now that the fundamental hurdle of trapping light in empty space has been cleared, the path forward is a process of refinement. Over the next decade, the processors will get faster, the lasers will shrink, and the hardware will eventually become small enough for a home environment. When that happens, the giants of the tech industry will face a massive economic disruption. Trillion-dollar companies like Apple and Samsung have built their entire valuations on the foundation of the flat screen, selling us expensive pieces of glass that we carry in our pockets or mount on our walls. This shift would threaten specific, massive segments of the global supply chain. Companies like Corning, which produces the Gorilla Glass used in billions of smartphones, and the specialized factories dedicated solely to manufacturing flat OLED panels would see their primary product lines become obsolete. The way we design our homes would change too. For a century, we've arranged all of our furniture to point at a single wall. When the television is turned off, it is just a massive, dead black mirror dominating the room. In the post-glass era, a small device on your coffee table could project a miniature football field into the empty air. Or a surgeon, instead of looking at a flat X-ray, could walk around a perfect beating hologram of a patient's heart to spot physical problems hidden from a 2D view. Since the 1920s, our relationship with digital reality has been trapped behind a barrier. We look through the window, but we cannot reach inside. The shift to free space volumetric displays finally removes that window, allowing the digital world to spill out into the physical space where we actually live.